Hi everybody. Today I'm coming to you from the Devil's Tombstone, which is right in front of us. This tablet commemorates the 100th anniversary of New York State's Forest Preserve. The surrounding mountains, streams, and woodlands remain a legacy from the past, protected by the Constitution of New York State. They represent a heritage for future generations. It was erected in 1985 by the Environmental Conservation Department of New York. And this is the way to the first campsite. Squeeze right through here. Okay, on the right is a day use area, picnic tables, fire pits. Looks like there's some kind of swing that they put up in season. We'll come take a look at that a little later. Little camp head and a bear box. Huh. Okay, well, best place to start is at the beginning. Welcome to Site 1 at Devil's Tombstone. It's got a nice DEC fire pit, nice log to chop on, so don't chop on the fire pit, and a picnic table. Site number 1. Directly across the street is site number 2. Okay, this is site number 2. Right here, pretty plain Jane site, pretty nice. You got your fire pit and picnic table. Lots of beautiful trees in this park. Nice stuff. This is site number 3 at Devil's Tombstone. Nice little site up against the hill. See, there's still a bit of snow on the ground. We're at high elevation here in the Catskills. We're in ski country. You got a picnic table and a nice high fire pit. So this may even be ADA compliant. A lot of wood to burn. Site number 4 here. Nice wide open site with a picnic table and fire pit. Very nice. Site number 5. Nice fire pit and picnic table. Nice and wide open. Right next to site number 4. These are set back a bit into the woods. Very nice. Site number 5. This is site number 6. Nice wide open, easy access, picnic table, and a nice fire pit. Everyone's got a bit of wood saved up. Site number 7. Another nice fire pit that's seen a few fires. This is what happens when you split your wood on the concrete fire pit. Don't do that. Nice table, nice and roomy site. Of course, the road is right there. This is site number 9. Picnic table and fire pit. We're getting a little bit further back from the road. Getting a little better. And right here next to this site is your water supply. Site number 10. With a standard fire pit, a lot of nice room. It's a really nice campground. A lot of space in between the sites. There's another bathroom. That's probably just a pit privy from the look of it. Hey, right across the street from site 11, there's a bear box. Site number 11. Got a nice table all covered in ice. Again, we're getting further and further back off the road, which is always good. Very nice. Site number 12. The usual fire pit and picnic table. Very nice and wooded site. Nice and flat, good place for tents. Looks like you can be very comfortable there. This is site number 13. This will be underused, I'm sure. Look, there's moss growing on the fire pit. That means it's not rented very often. Nice picnic table. Getting to be a bit of a nice hillside view here as we get higher and higher up the hill on site 13. I'm going to put a gold star on this one. Very nice. Site number 13. Site number 14 has a nice blue stone retaining wall holding up the site. Love that blue stone. It's what the Catskills are made of. Nice picnic table and fire pit set up. You're tucked here in a corner, the hill behind you, and a beautiful view in front of you. Very nice. This one is site number 15. You're overlooking the roadway with your fire pit and picnic table. The other side of the campground is on the other side of the street. We'll be crossing over there momentarily. Nice big open site. Very nice. Water here coming down the mountain. Pretty little bridge. I'm going to cross the camp road. It's good that the water has somewhere to go. And this is site number 16. Yeah. Site number 16. A nice flat site. You got a nice fire pit, picnic table, and you got a load of nice dry firewood under there. Very nice. If you're going to be one of the first people at this campsite this season, you won't be worried about firewood. Camp number 16. Excellent. This is campsite number 17. It's got nice trees on the site, so if you want to hang a hammock, you're obviously right near some running water, which will give you beautiful sounds to sleep by. You got a nice big boulder here that was left by the glaciers a couple of million years ago for us. Thank you. And a nice, flat, beautiful campsite. Okay, so sites 1 through 17 were on that side of the road. We just crossed over Route 214. We're parked way down the road over there. And this is the other side of the campground. This looks like the camp headquarters or the office, I suppose. Be a good guess. No real signage on it. Does have some solar panels. A little utility building here. And site number 18 is right in front of us, so let's get to it. Site number 18 is right on the creek, which is always very nice. Kind of a beat up fire pit, but it will work. You've got your picnic table and a view of the creek, as well as a water treatment building right there. I don't know if that makes noise when it's doing its business. And you have a water access right here at site 18. That's convenient. Okay, site number 19 is right here in front of us. Again, has a water spigot right on the site. Site number 19. Another fire pit and picnic table. You might get tired of hearing me say that because they all have fire pits and picnic tables. But this one is on a beautiful stretch of creek. How nice is that? Yeah. Nice open site. The road's right there, but it's pretty far away. The noise will be muted by the trees and leaves. This is site number 20. Nice big site right next to the bathroom right there. You got your fire pit and picnic table set up. Looks in pretty good shape. Lots of firewood in the area. Site number 21. Nice looking site. Got a beautiful tree on it here. Nice and flat. This would be easy to roll on. Nice small gravel around the fire pit and the fireplace. And the picnic table is nice. Again, you just gotta love the view of the woods here at the Devil's Tombstone. Okay. There goes the car. You can barely hear it back here. Alright, this is site number 22, Double Deuce. There it is. Another one right next to the bathroom if you have urgent needs. That will do very nicely. And a fire pit and a year's supply of firewood. Very nice. Beautiful view here from site number 22. Okay, going right across the street We're at site number 23. Again, another water access. I guess they had the plumber here. Figured they'd keep him busy. Site number 23. Very nice. One of the old school fire pits that they made out of tumble stones. It's very nice. They lined it with fire bricks. Great fire pits. The table. And yet another beautiful view of the woods. Okay, site number 24. It is right on the road. This is the last site of the campground. The ground is nice and flat. The gravel is well applied and very stiff, you know, very easy to walk on. Another beautiful fire pit in excellent shape. No one's really, looks like they just did some repair work on it recently and it looked great. Again, you're right on the road, but there's not a lot of traffic on this road, especially at night. Okay, that is the park exit right there. My car is parked directly across the street. I hope you enjoyed the campsite tour today. They only have 24 sites here, so if you're going to come here, you want to book it early. You'll be able to find this on the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation website. You usually do your bookings through ReserveAmerica. So now I'm going to head back to my car, and I'm going to drive over to the day use area at the other end of the park. But while I'm over here, I'll take a look at the day use area on this end of the park. We've completed our campsite tour. We're back to the Devil's Tombstone. Just noticing on the actual tombstone there are carvings from years gone by. 1980, 1980. These look a little older. Let's give it a good once around, see what we can find. Nothing really. Beautiful big stone, deposited here by the glaciers millions and millions of years ago. Now, if you're cruising through the great northern Catskills and ski country and you just want to stop and make yourself a burger, a cup of coffee, here's the day use area. It looks like there's a volleyball court over there, no net up, and you got some barbecue pits, picnic tables, and lots of room to stretch out. Looks like they've got a kiddie swing over here that they pull in for the off season. Just these bars, unless they're hanging deer on there, but I don't think so. You know, the world has become so darn safe. Granted, the kids got to keep them safe, but anyone remember the old teeter-totters? I think I still have a scar right here under my chin from one of these bad boys. You're standing over there minding your business and your buddy does that and whacks you one. Old school teeter-totters. Very cool. Okay, we're going to get back to the car and we're going to head over to the other side of the campground. We are now on the opposite end of the park at Devil's Tombstone. That's where we are. We've already toured all the campsites, so this is a bit of a day use area, a couple of 100 feet down the road. So for a small day use fee, it's usually under $10. I'll put that up on the screen for you. And you can come, just stop and make yourself a burger or some deli. Hey, that sounds good. And you got a beautiful place to sit. Nice place to build a fire if it's cold out. I'm tempted to make a cup of coffee right here. Now this trail will take you down to the second section of the campground. And it looks like there's a hiking trail going up into the woods. There's a trail sign. Yuppery. So you've got some great hiking to do here if you decide to come camp. I'm not going to cross the bridge. That looks really icy down there, and I'm wearing regular tennis shoes, so I don't feel like skiing down this hill into the water right now. The hiking trail goes up into the hills, but it's quite beautiful. Still snow here on the mountaintops. Got my car's parked right out there. There is one other car in the parking lot, so someone is hiking today. Now I believe this is called Notch Lake. I guess what makes it all work is this little levee over here. As long as I don't slip too bad. All made out of bluestone. Look at that, how they made the water go down the center. Very cool. And that's Notch Lake. Really nice little spot underneath the pine trees here. A couple of picnic tables and a fire pit overlooking the lake. Ah, bad news. Miller Lite can. I hate to see that. Really do hate to see that. There's Notch Lake with a truck going down the road. As you can see, on either side of us are very high mountains, so we're down in a valley here. So it's cold, but it's not as windy as it could be. I'm not seeing anything swimming in that water, but I bet there are fish in there. Beautiful spot. Let's walk this way for a little while. I believe you can put your boat in here. I'm not quite sure how much fun it would be. I mean, it's a pretty small little pond. But hey, I'd rather paddle on a small pond than not paddle, eh? I suppose. I'm sure the water is crystal clear. There's a spring that I like to frequent right down that block there. About half a mile there's a freshwater spring that you can stop on the side of the road and fill up your bottles. So I bet this is all spring fed. Look at, I bet this was a beautiful tree at one time, huh? One of these other sappers will take its place, I'm sure. All right. Well, thank you everybody for spending your time here with me today at Devil's Tombstone Campground. I hope you find the site tour useful. If you're going to be camping in the area this season, you should be able to find a really nice site here. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscription button in the corner. It really helps the channel. If you enjoyed this content, give us a big thumbs up. It helps the channel to grow and be seen by more people around the world. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it below, and I will do my best to answer in a timely fashion. If you carry it in, you carry it out. Recycling works. No doubt about it. Now again, from the Devil's Tombstone, this is Jay Charles, signing out. Yo!